How's it going, everybody? Let's continue with Paul's saga. But Paul replied, I'm not insane, most excellent Festus. What I am saying is the sober truth. And King Agrippa knows about these things. I speak boldly, for I am sure these events are all familiar to him, for they were not done in a corner. King Agrippa, do you believe the prophets? I know you do. Agrippa interrupted him. Do you think you can persuade me to become a Christian so quickly? Paul replied, whether quickly or not, I pray to God that both you and everyone here in this audience might become the same as I am, except for these chains. Then the king, the governor, Bernice, and all the others stood and left. As they went out, they talked it over and agreed. This man hasn't done anything to deserve death or imprisonment. And Agrippa said to Festus, could have been set free if he hadn't appealed to Caesar. But I think by appealing to Caesar, he got all their attention. Paul sails for Rome. When the time came, we set sail for Italy. So he's going to head to Rome to get his proper trial. Paul and several other prisoners were placed in the custody of the Roman officer named Julius, a captain of the imperial regiment. Let me see here. When he said, for the king knoweth these things before whom I speak freely, for I am persuaded that none of these things are hidden from him, for this is the thing that was not done in a quarter. King Agrippa, believest thou the prophets? I know that thou believest. And then King Agrippa said to Paul, almost thou persuadest me to be a Christian? I just want to read that in the King James since it's got that poeticness to it. Let's continue on in Revelation 9. And they had the breastplates, and it were the breastplates of iron, and the sound of their wings was as the sound of chariots of many horses running to battle. And they had tails like unto scorpions, and they were the stings in their tails, and they had the power to hurt men over 5 months. Let me read that again. And they had tails like unto scorpions, and there were stings in their tails, and their power was to hurt men 5 months. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. And we see Abaddon there, but we also see Apollyon, and Apollo is all over Trump's golden penthouse. One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter. And the 6th angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar, which is before God, saying to the 6th angel which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loosed, and were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the 3rd part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and of jacinth and brimstone. And the heads of the horses were as the heads of the lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. I'm glad you're here. I love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.